feel like rap is like frowned upon. Do you feel like that's part of the reason why people weren't supporting it?
I don't think it's frowned upon. When you look around here, there's very few examples to pull from to say my friend's a rapper,
right?
Or to say like right now today, my mom don't have no problem. My mom would tell everybody who I am, what I got going on. But I don't think she was ever ashamed. But I could definitely understand if it was like, what's he doing now? And it's like, oh, he's rapping. Like it has like a thing to it, you know? So it's like when people would ask like, what am I doing? Or, oh, what's up with Champ? Like, what's going on? It's like, oh yeah, you know, he rap.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Nothing Fancy. This is Kevin Salinas, and I'm here with Champagne937. How you doing, my brother?
I'm doing good. What's up, guys?
Artist and entrepreneur. He's going to take over the fucking rap game, hip-hop industry, forcing his way into it.
Yeah, for sure. It's the Big Jet, the King of the North, the Dayton Dragon, Champagne937.
I appreciate you coming out to Toledo. I really appreciate it.
Oh yeah, for sure. OH.
And one thing I want to shout you and your team out on is the professionalism. You know what I mean? I feel like people don't talk about that. Like, I've had situations where you waited hours and hours, and just the fact how you and your team just represent yourself, really respect it.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. It's Jetway. That's what it is. Jetway is our label. Shout out to my manager too for holding it down. Jetway is our record label. Stands for Just Enjoy the Way. It's where legends land and dreams take flight. Jetway. So, you know.
And that's one of the things I wanted to talk with you about, the Jetway too, because I really like that. That's dope. Like, just enjoy the way, because a lot of people, like, when you're like up and coming, you don't realize that you need to enjoy the way up to success, right? And then you think about like 5 years down the road, and you're like, oh shit, like I miss when we used to, be at the basement, be in the basement or be wherever, recording or whatever the case. So I think it's really dope that you've that's like a daily reminder for you.
Yeah, it's kind of like our YOLO. It was kind of just like originally it was just like my group of friends. We were Jetway. The slogan I think now has grown into has a mind of its own, to the point where enjoying the way is kind of just that. It's about not really being so focused on the destination and not being so stuck in where you're at right at this moment, and just enjoying the process of what that is. Because you can get lost in trying to think ahead of where you want to be,
right,
and how you want things to be. And I think that sometimes people lose sight of just enjoying the way. Like literally just enjoy the way.
So I've heard a little bit about your story, but for those people that haven't heard, who was Champagne937 before the music?
Before music, I was an athlete. Before music, I played college football. I'm from Dayton, Ohio. Like I said, I'm from Dayton, Ohio. I was an athlete. That was really my big goal. That's what I wanted to do. That was my overall, like, my plan was everything was based around like sports and playing football and things like that. I think my personality and who I have been as a person, or probably just like the artistic side of me, has probably always been there. Not even when it comes to like writing raps, because I had never really written raps before. Like that. But I think I've always been creative. I've always been like, somewhat creative, I guess.
Right.
And just always technically just wanted more for myself, no matter what that looked like. So when I decided that I was going to rap and start doing things like taking it serious, this is what we're going to do, from day one, it was to take it to the next level. It wasn't like no time to play around with it.
I feel like leaving, you were a quarterback, and leaving the football scene to get into rapping seems like it's a pretty big decision, right? Because I'm assuming you had a shit ton of support as a quarterback. How did that transition into rapping? Like,
it was tough because I didn't get the support that I thought that I was gonna get.
Yeah.
It caused problems within like my friend group, because I wasn't getting like the support that like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all show up on Saturdays, we gonna ball, we gonna do what we do. That same support is what I was expecting, like when I decided to start rapping. And it didn't happen that way. It really wasn't that. a part of it was, I think, because people just didn't understand.
Yeah.
I don't think they could really understand it. It was really hard to get people to see me as not the quarterback anymore. Like it didn't take long because of the strides that I took, like how I took really big steps kind of fast. I jumped out here and did all the big platforms and went and did that to try to like solidify myself that this is actually what I'm doing.
Yeah.
But I didn't get that support that I wanted. And in myself, like, I don't know if it was like a resentment because like I felt like I had failed at one point, and I had never felt like I had failed playing football or anything like that until I didn't get the support that I wanted from my friends and from like people when it came to playing ball. But when you do something like rap, it's a individual thing. It's like playing tennis, or something, or golf. So it's like, yo, you either gonna do it or you're not. It's an opinion based sport, if you want to say. You lose when you fight back in this. Like, you gotta kind of go with the flow. You need people more than you do when you play ball. That was huge. And then the shift, and as my career started to grow and do things, I also could tell the difference between what it was like being an athlete and what that love looked like and what it looks like now. Like, because we don't have a game every Saturday, you know what I mean? Or every Sunday, there's not a game. So it's like every drop now becomes a moment. And then it's like, if everybody's not hyped for this moment, what's up, y'all? You know, so that became a struggle in the beginning. In the beginning, I still fight with it a little bit now, but not that I really care too much.
Yeah, I feel like people like. I feel like rap is like frowned upon. Do you feel like that's part of the reason why people weren't supporting it?
I don't think it's frowned upon. I just think that it's very. When you look around, at least from where we're from. When you look around here, there's very few examples to pull from to say my friend's a rapper, or to say like, even my mom, I'll say, I don't think, like, right now today, my mom don't have no problem. My mom will tell everybody who I am, what I got going on. But I don't think she was ever ashamed, but I could definitely understand if it was like, what's he doing now? And it's like, oh, he's rapping. Like, it has like a thing to it, you know? So it's like when people would ask, like, what am I doing? Or, oh, what's up with Champ? Like, what's going on? It's like, oh yeah, you know, he rap. Like, he rap. Like, rap was just like it's like taboo. I'm not gonna say that it's a thing, but you don't know very many people who and what's crazy is there's only been like 3,000 people that's ever even played in the NBA. But if I was hooping, they would have thought I had a better chance. They would probably champion that more, just because like they probably could see it. Yeah, it's very, very hard to just like be like, I just rap. I don't know any rappers that I just grew up like in Ohio where I was like, oh yeah, I could be a rapper because of them. So I think that it's frowned upon. It's not really like it ain't bad. It's just you don't get, if you don't understand it, you can't really, you know what I'm saying?
Do you feel like you were forced to take big steps in the beginning to prove yourself, or is it to prove people wrong?
I wanted to prove that I could rap. I think a lot of the big steps that I took were because like we were ambitious and wanted to kind of just like, I knew, okay, for my goals, I need to do this. I need to do this. You need to go do this interview. You need to get your music played on this platform. You have to go do it on the radar freestyle, even if they're not around here. So we got to go all the way to LA to do the on the radar freestyle. When like, think about it today, I didn't have to go to LA and do the on the radar freestyle, but I did though, because that right there solidified a bunch of stuff. It just on the smallest scale, it showed people that, oh, he can rap for real. On the larger scale, I'm rapping everybody that y'all like. Drake did on the radar the week after I did, like 10 days after me. So it's like, he was just on there. So that was just a different validation, not even for myself. It was like, I wanted to do it, but I feel more accomplished about what we did like in DR shooting the Say Less video than I do that type of stuff, because I wrote that treatment. I put that plan together to say, and then we executed it. Yeah. Versus some of this stuff is like I told you so, but it's not really I told you so, because it's really nothing to tell. You can, it's very hard for me to say, hey, yo, I'm going to do a on the radar freestyle. They're just like, oh, okay, until they see McMill do it, and then they're like,
right.
oh, that's the platform that you
Yeah.
would. So that's the difference. So if I was doing it for anybody, right, like in general, I wouldn't have nothing else to prove. I could stop rapping today if I was doing it for anybody else.
Yeah.
I could never drop another song. Ain't nobody ever did some of the stuff I've done ever.
Yeah.
Like where we're from, they've never done this before. It has never been seen. Like never, not on this level, not on this scale, not to the way that we're carrying it. It has never been done like this before. So like I'm doing this for our goals and my goals, what my team, what we aspire to be and where we want to take this thing. Cause like I said, if I was doing this based off somebody else, I could stop today and we could go, I don't know, go become world poker champions or something. Shit, you know what I'm saying?
And that's one thing I gotta give you credibility for, because you stopped playing football, but you went all in.
Yeah.
You put all your poker chips into rap. You know what I mean?
for
And
sure.
like you said, you went, and rapped, and you went to the DR, like, because I've been watching your music videos and they're high fucking quality.
Thank you.
Like,
Thank you.
and
But even before that, I was also rapping in front of 10 people before I did. Like, okay, people see like the Rolling Loud stuff now and all that. I was rapping. It was 12 people in the crowd.
Yeah.
And then you come back and do another show and now it's just 17 people.
Right.
And I know 8 of them.
right.
Like straight up.
Right.
Like that's really what it is. So I pay, it may look away, but I paid my dues. However anybody want to look at it. I was just the person who was bold enough to always go, whether it was 50 people, 500 or 5,000, I'm going to pull up and rap. It don't matter what's happening. Let's do it. It's a game.
So did you, when you decided to start rapping, did you start rapping locally in Dayton, going to different shows, or how would you?
I started rapping I was in Kentucky playing ball still. So a guy named Josh who was in the band, we had a project together or something we had to do for class, and he was a producer. So he had the whole like recording setup in his dorm or whatever. And I had to go over there to do some part of the project or something like that. And he just asked me like if I ever rapped before. And I was just like, no, like, no. And then he was just like, you could be a rapper though. And I was like, I don't think, like, I really thought being a rapper was corny. I still think being a rapper is corny, honestly. But, and only because like I was saying about the sports thing, when I throw 4 touchdowns on Saturday, it doesn't matter what anybody says. It's only cheesy because you got to kind of appeal to people a whole bunch. And I think that's just kind of corny. But I started rapping in there. I wrote a rap because he had the setup in there. And I wrote a rap. It was trash. Today it was trash. But I thought it was pretty good. I thought,
Right,
like,
right.
all right. But he was gassing me like, yo, you sound good. Like, he was like, I record people all the time. And out of all the people I record, you sound better than all of them. And I had literally never rapped on a microphone ever in my life.
Yeah.
So he was just like, you sound better than them. I asked him for some beats and I just came back to our apartment and just started like writing raps. I was like, I'm gonna just write a rap and then go back and see what happens. And then I kind of just got obsessed with the fact that I needed to finish the rap. And then I finished it and I went and recorded it. And I remember playing it before that when I was writing it, I kept walking back and forth like in our apartment, just asking him like, hey, yo, so, what you think? He's just like, I mean, sure. Like, yeah, it sounds good, I guess. Like, and then I got the song and he was like, Dingle, my manager, he was like, well, if you got a song, you're gonna need a music video. And I was like, well, if I shoot a music video, it's Jetway. I want to take off in a plane. I want to dress up like the Joker and I want to like rob a bank and all this other stuff. And they was like, bro, what? Like, your first video, you want to do that?
Right.
So I hit up a dude and I told him that's what I wanted to do. And he was just like, yeah, to all of it or whatever. Actually, I'm kind of fast forwarding a little bit. So in that process of me having a song and doing that at the school, the song was decent, but it wasn't really like, it wasn't all that. I kind of just recorded. We went to Miami and there was another guy there who had been recording music in Dayton around the city. And he played a song.
Let me pause you real quick. So you decided to rap and then you moved to Miami, right?
No, I just made a song.
Okay.
And then we went to Miami for spring break.
Okay, gotcha.
But I had a song, but nobody knew I had this song but him. Like, I didn't play this song at all while we were down there or nothing. I wrote a song, recorded a song, had a song.
Yeah.
Cool. Song's trash. We go down there to Miami for spring break. I meet this dude who's like a friend of a friend who was rapping or something in Dayton, and he played his song, and the song was trash, but it sounded good. Like sonically, it sounded good. Like you could hear like
the quality of the audio.
the quality. Like my problem was like I felt like I sounded underwater, so it was like I don't know if I'm really like good or not, or if I'm just like gassing myself. But his shit at least sounded good. I thought the song sucked, but he sounded good.
Right.
You know. So I just asked him like, "Yo, who you record this with?" Because I know you live in Dayton. And he was like, "This dude named Deuce who lives in the Provs at Wright State." So I'm like, "Oh, okay, bet. Give me his number." So I get his number. We go through spring break. We do the whole spring break party, all of that. When we get back from spring break, I called the dude Deuce, like, "Hey, yo, like, you feel me? Met dude down or whatever. I want to record with you, but I live in Kentucky. I'm gonna drive from Kentucky down to Ohio to Dayton, and I'm gonna record with you, just so like you know what I'm saying. I want to see." And I literally I wrote the rap, drove all the way down there, recorded the song in his closet. He's my producer today. My producer Deuce is my boy. It's still my guy.
How many hours was it?
Like 4 hours from Kentucky to Dayton. Yeah, like no, I'm tripping. It's 3 hours and 25 minutes. Yeah, because we from what's the name? Yeah, it's 3 hours and 22 minutes. Literally, I remember from our apartment exactly. So I went there, recorded with him. It was cool. It was a vibe. I met while we were there. Let's say we recorded 2 songs. I came back to Kentucky.
Real quick. So was his studio like a closet? Was it actual legit? Like
No. He had a setup in his apartment. He had an apartment, but in his room, he had his TV was like the monitor. He had the mic and stuff set up in his closet.
Yeah.
Literally in like a apartment he shared with 2 other people.
But he had that quality.
Yeah, but he just knew how to record. Yeah. Like he just knew how to record. It sounded really good. Like it just sounded good. Like whether I could have went up there and said anything, I at least sounded good. Like when I drove back listening to it, I was like, I love this shit. This shit is great. And it just sounded better than the other stuff. No diss to anybody else. It was just like the quality of it sounded better. Yeah. And I don't even know if he was going to school for that at the time, but he was just kind of recording people. Like his boy Trey, shout out to Trey. Trey doesn't rap, but Trey raps. So like he's not a rapper, but he raps. And that's Deuce's best friend. And they were kind of like doing their thing, like rapping, and he would come over, kind of record him, and they were doing their thing. So in that process, I meet a videographer. I meet a videographer who's cool. I meet this guy at Deuce's apartment, though. I meet this dude who shoots videos, but he doesn't shoot music videos. He shoots like
wedding videos.
Yeah, like commercials, different types of stuff. Yeah. And I told him my idea. I was saying, bum ass nigga. He's a bum ass nigga. What? He's right. He shoot fucking rabbits and shit like that. Bunch of bum ass shit. You feel me? He's deer outside and shit. He's a clown. But I met him, and I'm a genuine dude. Like I ain't doing too much. I just tell him like, yeah, I'm about to shoot a music video. I'm about to take off on a plane, and I'm about to be the Joker. And he was like, who told you that they could do all of that? Which again, he started off as a good guy. Like he was a good guy. And I'm like, I told him the videographer who told me he could do it, and he was like, you're not gonna do all of that. Like I get what you're saying, but if they didn't give you a plan on how you're gonna do it, you're not gonna be able to do it. So then he just told me, if you get somebody to because he asked me what was the budget that he gave me. And I told him, like, it wasn't nothing crazy. I told him, like, $500. He was like, you not about to do all of that for $500. So he was like, if you get somebody to let you take their plane up in the air and shoot, I'll shoot the whole video for free. So I got somebody to take us up in a plane, and we shot the whole video for free. My very first music video, I took off in a plane, shot it in the air, literally rapping the verse with Deuce. Deuce was with me too. He got in the plane with me, and I played the Joker. I painted my face, everything. Did the whole thing. I did that, like for real. Y'all probably never see the video, but I did do that.
Is it out?
No. Okay, it's not out. So I actually lost all my videos from the guy that I'm talking about. He took all my videos down off YouTube, like later on in this story. Okay. But yeah, we ended up forming like a, you know what I'm saying, like a bond. I ended up like really rocking with him. Later on, he ended up taking all them videos, trying to sue me for intellectual property and a whole bunch of other bullshit. Man. But you feel me? Nothing flyer than a jet, clearly. So I go down, I shoot the music video. When I come back to school, I'm like, I got this music video. I show him the video. Well, no, I don't even show him the video. As soon as I come back, I'm trying to get him to like vouch, my manager Dingle. I'm trying to get him to like be on, because at the time he's our defensive captain, like on the football team.
Oh, shit.
And I'm like, I play quarterback on the school at the school. Like, this is crazy. But you're rapping. Like, what are we? Come on,
Right.
bro. What are we doing? We got practice. Like, what you talking about? So I shoot that video. And I say, you know what? I called the movie theater in our city, and I tell them like, yo, I want the Joker movie was about to come out. So I asked them if I could play my music video as the trailer of the movie, like right before the movie comes on. Can I play my music video? And I'm gonna sell tickets to the school and have all of them come to this movie theater, and boom, we're gonna sell this bitch out. Everybody can see the Joker, whatever, but they gonna watch my music video. And it went terribly wrong. It was some of the worst shit that ever happened, ever.
Like, how did it, like, what
It stormed bad. It was raining. I really wasn't getting the wristbands off. Like, at that time, I had just started doing this.
Yeah.
I was going around. I was going to sell these wristbands, give them out. And if you had a wristband, you could get into the movie theater and it could be a thing. And literally, God is so real. I was not selling any of the bands. I didn't know how many people was going to come. And then it stormed the way it was just raining outside just now. I'm talking about, it was raining so hard, you couldn't just walk outside and take your trash out. Yeah. And there was no reason for nobody, like, ain't nobody coming to this, but it made sense why didn't nobody come other than me being in an empty movie theater with 5 people and we watching my music video. So it didn't work. But when it didn't work, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do this. And I think for real, that's really what my manager now, I think that's what kind of got him to be like, all right, number one, this nigga's crazy. And like, I'm in. Like, I don't know how I can assist this, but I'll help you, bro, because you really, like, you really got people trying to go to a movie theater to watch a music video. Like, this is crazy. So shortly after that, probably like couple weeks after that bombed, I dropped out of school because I was like, this is major. Like, I just shot the video. I did the stuff. Like, there's no reason I'm going to communication class. What are we talking about? Opportunity cost? Like, fuck all that. It's time to go get some cheese.
So it was just you kind of just pushing everybody like, hey, I'm gonna start rapping. Like,
yeah, for sure. Wasn't nobody vouch for that. Nobody. No. Because I was in school. Because I mean, later on, I didn't even tell my mom. My mom didn't find out that I wasn't graduating like until like it was like 2 weeks before graduation. Because she was calling, trying to figure out where we were all going to eat at and like stuff for after graduation. And I'm like, I was in California. I was in LA. She think I'm in Kentucky going to class. And I'm like, dead ass, for real. And I'm like, I can't lie any longer. You know what I'm saying? Well, I wasn't necessarily lying. I was, because me and my mom talk. So I was, so I was lying. I was lying. Because I wasn't telling the truth. But failing to mention is a lie. So I feel like, yeah, she didn't know until she finally, I couldn't have her looking crazy at that point when they were like, where are we going to eat? And I'm not even there.
Right.
So then I told her I was rapping, and she was like, she didn't get it either. Her first response was, rapping what? I was like, I'm gonna be a rapper. And she was like, rapping what? Like, rap what? And I was like, I'm gonna be a rap. I'm gonna rap. And she was like, rap gifts? What you rapping, nigga? Like, what are you talking about? And I honestly was I was with the videographer who I was talking about at the time. He was shooting for, that was my plan. He was shooting for the UFC. He was doing some stuff for the UFC. So what I would do was every city that they had to go to do their UFC stuff, I would go with all my bands and all these wristbands and act out. Literally. Just go everywhere. Tell everybody I'm the hottest shit out. Literally. It's me.
Yeah.
Champagne. Like, it's lit. To the point where we were at the Venetian in Vegas on, let's say, the week after Thanksgiving.
Yeah. What year?
This is 2023. Yeah, it got to be after that because I didn't go to Vegas before then. So 2022 or 23, one of them. Because I think I stopped. I wasn't in Miami by then. So I think, yeah, like maybe. Maybe he's right. I don't know. Who cares the actual year? It wasn't very long ago.
Yeah.
So while we were there, he had a UFC fight. The UFC fight was somewhere. I'm in the Venetian kind of just running around. I go into a tailor shop. I meet the guy who runs the Wolfgang Puck. That's right there. He's in the tailor shop at the time. I'm talking to him. I'm giving him bands. I give the guys at the tailor shop, Evangel and Josh, shout out to them. They still got their shop out there. I give them wristbands. And I tell them, like, it's Jetway, the whole spiel. Just enjoy the way, whoop de whoop. They're like, what you're doing? We're looking for a host for New Year's at Tao. Like, what are you doing for New Year's? Because Drake that year had decided to do Hakkasan or something like that out there. And he was usually like Dead Tao, but he was doing their like Hakkasan's New Year's thing. So Tao didn't have anybody. And I just jumped in the conversation like, oh no, we'll do it. Like I got people, we'll come shoot cameras, everything. And definitely in over my head. Something I shouldn't, I have no reason. So they like, what? I'm like, listen, if you go out here in this mall right now, because in the Venetian, you won't find anybody, like if you're just saying walking who don't got my wristband on, who don't know who I am. Because at that time, I'm really just walking around, just giving them out, like just telling people, making them follow me on the gram. Like, yo, this is me, Apple Music, look me up. Spotify, look me up. Whatever it is, check me out. So then they kind of like looked, and then it was like, well, we gonna hold you to it. So he's working his UFC. He don't know nothing about this. So I text him. He gets off. I tell him what's up. He's like, what? So I bring him in there. They're like, oh yeah, so we'll give you guys whatever type of production stuff y'all need. We'll put y'all up in the hotel here, and boom, y'all can. I want him to be the entertainment for New Year's. So they like set it up, like literally they set all this stuff up. And that's when I feel like he really kind of like bought into what I had going on, because I had it was cool. He was down, but he wasn't, because at first we had a real genuine friendship. Originally when that had started, the videographer I'm speaking about, I felt like was the only person who actually was supporting this shit. Like he was the only one who was really like, oh, I really do think that you like the one for real. Like he was putting it like that, to the point where he was I'm not taking that from him. He was taking me with him to these different places and was paying for the stuff. Yeah. And was paying for it. Not taking that from him. So I go, I host, I do my thing. It's turn. Now I do have those videos. They're not up because he took those down too, but I have all those videos. Which was a great time. It's gonna be I'm gonna put out a documentary, and I'm gonna put all that stuff in there because I have all that footage. So I did it. At that point, I'm in Vegas. I had probably just talked to my mom a couple weeks before that, told her I wasn't rapping anymore. Yeah. Told her I really just need you to trust me for real, because I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm gonna make this happen. Like, this is what it's gonna be. From doing the Venetian, things kind of just started taking off for me, to the point where when we were moving around, going to these different places, we went to Miami and LA, and Miami has showed me the most love musically now at this point. I have been going around doing things as just like an athlete and stuff, but now I'm like going there with these wristbands, and they're putting me down to host. Yeah. They're like, you feel me? I'm just getting a lot of love. They're playing my songs in the club when I go in, and I barely really even got a song. I'm just like running around like I think I'm handsome, and hey, what's up, y'all? Play my shit. Like, what's up? And I remember things started like taking off to the point where I could get booked in Miami. Like I could get them to give me some cheese to like come to a bunch of different places just to turn up, whether that was just us running. But it's really just me and a cameraman. Yeah. No, none of them are with me. Nobody is with me. So I remember we did that run, and there was like a little period in between where I was kind of trying to figure things out. And I remember I went to Detroit with Dingle, and in that process, he was kind of coming along with what we had going on, I think. And I had some more music, but I was kind of bringing in some money. And I'm like, yo, we were sitting in Detroit. I don't know if it was snowing or not. I can't remember, but it was like a day like this. And I was like, man, if we can go anywhere right now, like, where would we go? I was like, yo, we should just move to Miami right now, bro. We should just move to Miami. And just like, bro, what? I'm like, bro, for real, we should just go to Miami, bro. Fuck it. Like, let's just go. And he was like, yeah, because I felt like they thought I was gat. Like, yeah, everybody like, all right, whatever. Yeah, sure, let's go. I'm talking about, it was about a week later, not even that. It was like a week later, 8 days, maybe not even a full like 10 days. I done found us a spot out there. We moving. He couldn't come right away at that time. So he like, bro, all right, well, if it's that fast, give me like a week or so before I could just do that. But bet. We go down there. I find a house in Hollywood, rent the house.
That's crazy.
Yeah, rent the house in Miami. Tell everybody who I feel like has a gift or has a plan or wants to do something entertainment wise that I saw doing it along my journey, like just doing stuff. Like my cameraman Eddie, when like this is a test to what I was saying.
This
about
is different
me.
than the other.
Not the other dude. Not the other dude. We gonna call the other dude Jim.
Jim. All
Jim.
right.
His name don't even start with a J, but we gonna call him Jim. We just gonna call him Jim. Cause he's a bitch. I saw that guy, he's a bitch. Eddie, who was I still work with Eddie now. When I was playing ball, I had asked him to like shoot videos for me on the field because I was trying to like send it to like ESPN. I was trying to do a bunch of just stuff, man. And he did it for me. So I remember when I moved to Miami, I'm like, shit, I gotta have like I hit Eddie up like, yo, you want to move to Miami? Me and Eddie not even friends like that for real. Like we cool, but it ain't like that. I'm like, yo, you want to move to Miami? I got a house, bro. You don't got to do nothing. Bring your body and your camera. Let's go right now. I got everything. Just bring your camera. Come on.
What do you say? Bet.
Dude, yeah, I'm what? I'm on my way. When? Are you? I'm here now. I'm here now, right now. I've been here for 3 days. It's lit. Come on. What we doing? He said, all right, bet. And then I tell Deuce, my producer, yo, Miami, yeah, what you do? It's on. Bet. Jim is with me when I'm making all these decisions and doing all this stuff. So during this process, Jim sees like the progression of things that's going. Yeah. And I also now fall back from going to these events and stuff with him because now I got shit going on. Yeah. That I'm not necessarily to the point where he done started dubbing UFC events to come do what we're doing. Now, I'm not bringing in, up until this point, let me stop because I want to shoot Jim some bail because I keep calling him a bitch. Prior to that, when I first dropped out of school, I moved to Columbus with him before we started moving around and doing a bunch of stuff. I'm saying this because when he tried to sue me, it wasn't nothing real on there. It was a bunch of Wendy's 4-for-4s and Starbucks lattes and shit that I didn't even know that he kept track of. Like, I didn't even know you was keeping a fucking bill of all that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's nuts because crazy. Like, what the hell? What are we doing? I'm saying that to say when we fast forward to, it was $15,000 a month to stay where we were staying in Miami. That's way more than them Starbucks fucking lattes and shit. So I don't even want to talk about that. That's really blows me that we even got to this because I never even looked. I've never looked at nobody for no money back or nothing like that. I told Nick, show up with your camera. They asked me, what do I need? Right. What you wanted to do with your life. That's what I need. I need you to come with bring talent. Your camera, your talent. Yeah, bring your talent, bro, and I ain't asking for nothing else. Like, I'm just asking for it because if you just bring your talent, I'll get to where I'm going and won't even need that from you. Right. Straight up. They came, things was cool. It didn't, I don't think, I'm going to take some blame and say that I didn't handle things properly when it came to allocating responsibility and letting it be clear what the objective was. Right. I think that I was kind of going with the flow and trying to figure things out as I go, and was under the impression that we all had the same mindset and the same track. Like, it didn't end up being that. It was like things were happening fast, but it wasn't happening fast enough, like for everyone else's lives that also was going on that I didn't know about. It's kind of like being an artist, like my life is on the forefront, like when it comes to a bunch of stuff, even when it's like the friend group, like y'all know when I'm arguing with a girl or talking to a new girl or doing this with a girl or I don't know, not talking to a family member or this is going on. I don't know secretly what niggas got going on in their lives. Right. They just happen to know that because they're with me. There's things going on. So you know, okay, if I'm over here smiling at my phone or if I'm arguing in the other room with somebody, y'all see all that. I don't know what's going on in people's lives. So when things weren't moving as fast as I guess they thought that they should. They then added everything that I didn't know that was going on in their life, and they're starting to tell me, well, I'm doing this, and I got this, and I got. It's like, number one, none of my business, because all right, cool,
Right.
like I'm not Arab. All of us got issues, fam.
Do you think they wanted like the spot? He wanted like the spotlight, kind of.
No, I don't think it was a spotlight thing. I think that it was a.
Maybe like ego, envy type of.
No, I think that things didn't move as fast as he wanted them to. And then when things came to a head, I let him know that he wasn't as important to me as he thought that he was. And I think that the way that I spoke to him at that point, then changed things, our dynamic of our relationship.
Yeah.
Although I said what I said because the dynamic was changed. I didn't say that to change it. I said it because it had already been changed for me. It was already. I could feel it just based off the. They ain't gonna lie. They left me in Miami. That's a real thing. I knew he was leaving. I knew Dingle was leaving. We were in Miami. We moved out of the place that we were staying in. We had to move into another spot. When we had to move into another spot, Jim was gonna be responsible for the next place that we were moving in. So he was looking it all up, doing all that. Long story short, he looked it up and it was a scam. It was a verbo scam. So I've paid $12,000, $13,000 to stay somewhere for the next 2-3 months, and it's a scam. And I've wired the money.
Damn.
So it's a wire. They not trying to let me get my wire back. It's a whole bunch of stuff that goes into it. And when we all standing out there, when everybody looking and everybody finds it, because I realized it's a scam a little bit before them, and I'm on the phone trying to figure it out. And I see everybody standing there like, what we gonna do? Because we're standing outside of a fake listing. I book an Airbnb and send them the address. They go to the address and I stay there and figure that out. That's the first one. Let's just say it was 3,500. We go there. There's so much going on because we're moving in this process. I'm still trying to get this money back. We were only supposed to be there for like 3 days or something like that. I don't know how long it was. Maybe it was a week, but we got to go to so I forget that the morning that we have to check out of this place, I literally forget. I'm waking up to go walk my dog and the cleaning people are coming in to try to switch this out. And I'm like, what? I hop on my phone, book another Airbnb right then. Boom. This is on December 21st when this happened, December 21st. I remember we checked into the spot. I talked to Dingle the 22nd. He told me that he had to go home. He had to come back to Detroit to handle some stuff. That was it. It's the only person who I had a conversation with. 22nd goes, cool. We chill, eat, kick it, everything. 23rd, chill, eat, kick it, boom. 24th. Now, what I didn't add into this is prior to this, before we got to here, I had just shot a music video with Trina that I funded everything for. I booked the place, the location, the feature, everything that needed to come from that was me. That just got done on top of the fact of where we've been living.
That Jim shot. Yeah.
The biggest shit you've ever done in your life. You don't even shoot music videos. What you say he do? Right. He shoot fucking with your weddings and shit. That's what I'm saying. You don't even do this. You shoot weddings and shit, which that's not a problem. I'm saying you can't now. Actually, you can because you did. But you also got to be willing to deal with what comes on the other side. I ain't telling nobody how they can act or what they can do or what they're entitled to because that's a feeling. If he feel entitled to some shit, I'm not going to tell him that he can't feel entitled to that. He wrong, though.
Right.
That's not real. So we shot that shit. He was able to shoot it. He shot that footage. As a team, we did that. Because I paid for it, it didn't matter. I always said we. It was never like I did this. That was one thing. I ain't never did that. They had never said that I was running around like I was doing. No, never. Right. It was stuff that I did that don't know that people think everybody else did. All types of shit. The treatments and all of that, bro. Yeah, Jim will run around and could get a pat on his back for some videos. I sat and wrote that treatment. I found them locations. I got the girls. I found the whips. I found
you basically directed the whole.
He made a shot because I worked so. Because again, I don't want to take credit where I don't want to just grab it. Because I worked so close with him, I learned a lot about cinematography in general. Like our first videos, we were shooting on a Red camera, like to start. Like, so I was my own, like I gaffed my own set probably the first 4 times. Like I was my own gaffer. I held lights. I PA'd on a set. I'm holding lights on a set that's my music video for another scene. I'm helping setting up scenes for another shot while they're getting a BTS. Yeah. I've done all of that. So they also can't say like wherever it's ever been, I've either paid or over pulled my weight when it came to the work. Because the one thing I'm always gonna work. It doesn't matter. I'm gonna work. But that don't even have nothing to do with no money. Like I don't count the money before it come. We're just gonna go to work, and
make it happen.
The way things happen, it will just work itself out. Like it has been. Like things not always good, but it's not as bad as they would make it seem based off entitlement.
Yep.
So when we're at the 22nd, 23rd comes, everybody's kicking it, no problem. Dingle leaves on the 22nd. The morning of the 23rd, no, actually he's leaving on the 23rd because it happened just like that. I got up and went to go get some coffee, and I'm walking my dog. And when I come back, I know Dingle's leaving because I've already talked to him before I went to go get some coffee. He called an Uber to come pick him up. Why is everybody's bag packed and getting into the car with Dingle to go to the airport? And now everybody's telling me right now at the door when the Uber's outside while I'm with my dog. Oh yeah, I gotta shoot back to what's the name? I gotta handle some stuff. So at that point, everybody now gets in the Uber and heads to the airport, and I am just sitting in this Airbnb. Now this is the 3rd one. If niggas was gonna leave, we at about $9,000 when it comes to, I'll give them the small. Let's say it was $2,000 a place. That's $6,000 that I could have just kept in my pocket, and me and my dog could have been fine. At that point, I'm shot. I didn't have no money. I didn't have nothing. I didn't have enough money after I had to check out of that because I'm thinking that we're all in. You know what I mean? Because if all of us stay, I'm fine. I'm not fine here by myself. Yeah. And at that point, I extended, I think, the Airbnb for a day because it's the 20th. I remember this because I remember being by myself on Christmas in Miami, dolo, in a hotel, and not having enough I had enough to book the hotel, but not enough for the security deposit that they wanted to hold. Yeah. And I'm like, where the hell where did it go? Like, how did this happen, bro? And how am I just here like this? But I refuse to call anybody and say anything, which I kind of do regret now that I'm older because it's just like, I mean, you don't have no reason to let somebody tell you no. You know, don't just once my mom and them, my mom and them were really upset with me when they found out I slept in my car with my dog in Miami, when they in the airport we did that.
After you left that Airbnb,
I had to check out. After we left the Airbnb, I had to go to a hotel because it was cheaper. Yeah, I had to check out of the hotel because it was too much. But I also I was not going back home. Yeah, I wasn't doing it, bro. I was not about to just I had to prove. If you want proving, that was me proving I made the right decision. Yeah, that was a time where I'm I'm not going home, and then. But I also look crazy. I'm also got a bright green Camaro in Miami. Sleeping in a hotel parking lot to the point that the security has noticed that my whip is so long that they're just like, hey, yo, you can't do this here. Right. I'm just hopping out from time to time, walking my dog. We staying out all day, and then I'm just going back and doing that till I realized that I could do it at the airport. Because once you pull into the airport thing, they just gonna charge you whenever you leave. And I just told myself, well, when I leave the airport, I'm leaving the airport. It's gonna be that. So I probably did that for about. It was a minute. It was probably about 2 weeks. I was probably just kind of bouncing around, just me and my husky. Just figuring it out. Literally. We were staying out all day, playing, doing stuff, and then later on in the day, going back. Or I'm going to...
So you spent New Year's by yourself, too?
New Year's and Christmas.
Yeah.
New Year's and Christmas in Miami. Literally. I was in Miami. Now, by New Year's time, I wasn't... I remember on New Year's, I still wasn't in a place, but I wasn't as hurt by the time New Year's came. Like I remember being like outside on the beach or something like that somewhere, and just it wasn't as dull. But granted, I did go home like 2 days after that.
Yeah,
I did go. I went back home to Ohio like 2 days after.
So what was everybody's excuse to they just dip?
All that shit that I said that I didn't know about that they knew about me. A whole bunch of life problems that I don't really give a fuck about when I'm out here by myself. Now, granted, I give a fuck about it because I love y'all as my friends.
Right.
Which is the reason why we're so good at what we do now. Because I'm happy that happened. Because that was the time that I'm going to say what I have to say, that y'all can say what y'all got to say, but this is a real good time to understand the difference between friendship and business now. This is a great lesson in this.
Right.
I could give a fuck about what anybody got going on at home. I'm sleeping in the whip.
Right.
Literally. And niggas is still running around talking about jetway. What the fuck? No, bro. No. We're not. That's not. But on the other hand, I also got to check myself. Because if it wasn't said like this, but if I wasn't somebody that they felt like they could approach even with that stuff, then that's partially on me too. Which is why I don't know the issue, but all this is going to be a reflection of the leader. Right. So I'm going to figure that out. And I don't, there's some shit that should never happen. Yeah. So the excuse for leaving was just a bunch of reasons why, things that they had going on in their lives, why they had to go. I didn't take that the best. And because of that, breeds the conversation that I have with Jim and Dingle and Eddie and Deuce, and everybody is on this phone call, and I'm going off. Yeah. I had just driven the 16 hours from Miami back to Dayton. I had probably just fell asleep. And when I woke up that next morning, I was on 10,000. I was so pissed because it was just like, what am I, like, what are we doing? Like, what am I just really exhausted a whole bunch of shit. And everybody went home. Like, as soon as it seemed like it was shaky, everybody was like, oh, well, shit. Yeah, y'all had them problems when we was in the mansion, bro. Y'all had them problems when we was in the club popping bottles. Y'all had them same issues. Did nobody go home? Yeah. Nobody. Where y'all going? Right. That's why it's not, and that's why me and like the people who I do things with now, like my team now, we're able to do this like this because we went through this stuff. And there's just a level of transparency here that I don't think that, again, maybe I didn't give a safe space for somebody to be able to say whatever, because I'm all about, I am a very, I'm big on, like my stepdad died while we was in Miami. The same weekend we were shooting the Trina video. The exact same weekend. I remember standing on the balcony crying, and all them niggas was out there when they came out. They were there. I flew home, went to the funeral, and flew back the next day and shot the music video. Right. No time in between. Niggas saw me cry for 3 minutes. I wiped my face, bought a flight, made sure everything was taken care of for the video. Asked them to stay, whatever y'all can handle, do this. Dingle came, I think you came to the funeral. He came back. He came to the funeral. I think Jim came to the funeral. Everybody. He may have came to the funeral too. They came to the funeral, whatever. And then we came right back and we shot the music video. I'm only saying that to say, no matter what, I still kept the main. Like, that's my stepdad. Yeah. I still was like, we got to get back for this music video. So when we get to the point where we start to talk about feelings, I didn't do the best at doing that. I'm better at it now because I understand that everybody kind of just has their own life and things that they're going through, and I can see that without adding my 2 cents to it, because I'm trying to make it 24 hours of the day. And I have to give the grace and the understanding that there is
that they're not trying to make it.
They got and it's just that's not a problem. That's not a problem. Right. But they don't. This isn't a. It may not be that for everyone. Everybody may not wake up in the morning and be like, "Damn, what we got to do? Right? What's the thing to do?" And that has to be okay. But on the other side, what we had to establish too was it has to be okay when you don't reap everything that comes from me also. Because that becomes a problem. So once we came back, I had the conversation with them. I went off. Jim didn't like the way that I was speaking on the phone. He didn't like that. So
Jim kind of felt entitled, you feel like, by that time? Like he's doing his own thing with stuff, so he's like, oh, you can't talk to me. Can't talk to me like
and
that.
I felt like he was on a higher level than everybody else. It really is not a entitlement, not towards me or anything I have. I think he felt like I shouldn't be giving him the energy that I'm giving it. Like, if anybody deserves energy, he's not the one who gets it, and he's the main one who should get it. Like, when the Airbnb shit or the Verbo shit happened, niggas didn't say nothing but sorry. That's 13 grand. Like, and then I just booked another one and just said, just go and I'll handle this. That's the part that that I want to be clear about this stuff. That when everything goes wrong and stuff like that, I just fix it.
Yeah. I just take the L like a boss.
I take the L and don't complain about it. The most I go and complain, and what I'm understanding too, like, even complaining will become an issue eventually, because it's just at a certain point, I think I chose this.
Yeah.
So it come with it. Yeah, there's things that, like, there's good and the bad that comes with everything, how you got to handle it. I think sometimes I would try to get at least people to understand why I feel the way that I feel. And I got to a point where it really did, that I understood that it didn't really matter, because they don't care. They just hear me. Like, and it's really hard to get somebody to, you'll miss the message going off. And I'm right. I'm like dead right. To the point where it's like, I'm so right that I'm wrong because of how I'm going about this.
Right.
That you can't even receive it for real. And I don't think that he received it the right way, to the point where he turned around and sued me for $110,000 in intellectual property. And I got a lawyer. My lawyers and them told me, just give him $5,000 and get all your videos. Because, like, bro, these videos are great. Like, you should get all your music videos and don't, like, play. Like, this is stupid. Like, he just wants some money.
So he when you were on the call, he didn't say, okay, but I'm gonna sue you. It just came in.
He didn't say nothing. I went off the way I did. Cooler heads prevail, and I hit up everybody individually and apologized for the way that I was going about it, and talked it out individually with everyone to a capacity. When I went to talk to him, he was like, nah, you're not going to talk to me like that in front of all that. I was saying, he's such a bitch. Like, you're not going to talk to me like that. And where it got to, it was like, out of all the stuff I've done, and I'm like, what the fuck have you done?
Right.
What did you, and I'm serious. I hold everybody to that far. What did you do that I couldn't have done?
Right.
Or wouldn't do?
Yeah.
Straight up. The nigga, he shot the videos. I'm not saying he didn't shoot them videos. I'm not. He held the camera. He did do a lot. We did a lot. Right. There's not one thing that nobody did that is not. That's why I wish we was back in the 90s when niggas was walking for cheesecake and shit. I would beat everybody. I'm the nigga. Like, I'm going to out hustle everybody. You can't tell me that there's nothing. Nigga be like, bro, all the shit that I've done. Like, what we could go. I don't want to go tit for tat, because I would always win. Because there is stuff that I don't say.
Right.
There's stuff that don't nobody know about. There's struggles that come on where it just be stuff that nobody knows that I just got to handle, which is why I got back to the point where this isn't a complaint that I'm having. This is what you decided to do when you decided to be the guy. Yeah. This is the perspective of somebody who is that person, and this is how you have to feel different things to even get to this point where it's not effective. Because we don't have these problems in our business that we do. It was an issue that we had. We fixed it. We no longer work with him anymore. I didn't pay him no money, though, either. I didn't give him a damn thing.
And he went on to delete everything off of your socials?
Yeah, so he deleted everything prior to us talking, which is why it was crazy. So prior to us talking, he deleted all the stuff, changed my password, and then was like, yo, so we need to talk. And then before we talk, you need to, we're going to do this. So I was gone. I wasn't even there.
Up, yeah.
A lawyer served my mom's house. And my mom was there. And my mom is like, yo, you just, do you want me to open this? Because you just was served. I thought they had to give it to me. How they give it to her? I'm not even there.
Right, yeah.
They done served the house. So she get it. I'm like, what it is? She's like, you're being sued for 110. I'm like, what? From what? FaceTime me right now. And then she looked through it and it was like, it's from Jim.
Yep.
So I go through and I'm looking, and again, it's White Castle in backwoods. And for real, Wendy's 4 for 4s and shit. And I'm like, yo, I'm for real. It's a bunch of double stacks and shit. I'm literally, I have the screenshot of it in my phone. I can show you. Like, it was sick. But when I saw it, I'm like, oh shit. So I tried to call him, and he tried to big bro me, not really knowing, like, cause he's old. He's like 4 years older than me too. I'm gonna say that too. He's a lot older than me. So he also was like trying to like big bro me, like, oh nah, you could just talk to my lawyer since you wanted to whatever. So I just called a lawyer, told him what happened. He then looked me up and was like, okay, wait. I think that you should this is bullshit. He's not gonna get this. If y'all go to court, their whole thing was you could bleed him out. He ain't gonna make it to court, y'all, for real, if we do this. But just pay him, get your videos. These videos are really good. You shot that video with Trina. You should do that. And I just couldn't find it in myself to do it. Right. So I just said, yo, we gonna reshoot all the music. Let's reshoot everything. Everything that we really, really like, let's reshoot it and let's just move on. He can have that shit. What he gonna do with a bunch of footage of me? We can strike it. He can't do nothing with that.
Do you think he saw like the money coming in, but not like the money also going out, and maybe that's part of the reason why he was like, I
think that. But again, if he would have just if only he would have waited till I was like, if only he would have just waited for a month. Do you see what's going on right now? Yeah. Like and I'm not even saying he had to wait this long.
Yeah,
it didn't take this long for niggas to start getting money in their pocket. It didn't take this long. I think it didn't happen for him when it did, and I think my tone let him know that like I'm not as easily manipulated as you think I am. Sometimes I just be going with shit and just be letting you do it, but then just letting you just, you know what I'm saying, play the game. When you say, hey yo, we should, for example, I fucked this up. The house that we were staying in. We should have 100% been streaming in this house. This is before. That's what I was thinking. This is before what's the name and them was even streaming. We was in a crib. Everybody, we was saying, yo, we gotta go live. Let's go live. My boy Eddie constantly, every day, go live. Yo, we should just be live in here. And Jim kept saying, oh, now we stay here. You a rapper. Like, this is your spot. You don't want to just be showing up. But he's a damn fool. Yeah, it would've been. A fool. So, like, now when we're here, it's like, I ain't saying that I'm right about everything, but no. There's no right and wrong way when it comes to creativity. But when it comes to dollars amount and people start talking about entitlement, now let's talk about where you're wrong. Yeah. Because I've been wrong a whole bunch, but you can't really, like, everything that I've done wrong has something attached to it that it didn't work out. I didn't fail. I ain't failed at nothing, honestly. I ain't the movie theater. I technically didn't fail. It rained. They did not come. I didn't fail. It just.
But it was a blessing in disguise, though, that it happened back then and not, now when it's like it could have been a lot more.
Knowing damage. That's his character, I'm very appreciative that it happened when it did and that he did that when he did. And that I met him and we had the time that we had, because I wouldn't know some of the stuff that I know even about cinematography if it wasn't for him. But the difference is that when I first started working with him, I felt like we were the only people that could do what we were doing. Yeah. Until I met someone else with a red camera and I still wrote the treatment. And I gave it to him and I told him this is what I wanted to do. Right. And we did it. Yep. And then it's like, oh no, it's not you. Like, it's not you. Yeah. Like, there's 1,000 yous. It's only one of me. Exactly. Straight up. There's anybody can grab one of these cameras. Anybody can do all this little stuff. If you take me out of the equation, this shit don't look the same. Because I ain't seen him shoot a music video since then. I ain't seen a rap video. I ain't seen one. And if he is somewhere shooting, I hope everyone is doing great. But I ain't seen it.
Yeah, and that's exactly what it is.
Yeah, like once you eliminated the main variable, and then everybody goes to their corners, and now let's just see what they do. Not saying that they're not taking expertise back with them, and that because it's a lot that comes with this. There's a lot that you learn with this, but you also have there's a factor in this that keeps
Yeah.
this going. It's like I could be a punch buggy or I could be a Lamborghini, bro. I'm getting there. I don't give a fuck what it looked like. We go get there.
So you had to restart this whole momentum again.
Everything. And never put out the Trina video or song. Never put it out. Like at the height, like at a time where like that could have really, really changed something for me. Bare minimum, I just had a feature from her.
Right.
And
Exactly.
it was like I just get the tag from that. Like bare minimum. He probably had 5 of my videos. Probably about 5. And then more just content that we had shot. We had started shooting a TV show while we were out there that he had all the content for. A bunch of BTS stuff that he had of me just like.
Is he the one? No, he can't be the one who shot the
Nah, hell no.
Yeah, I was gonna say because
No.
So how did that come
my man
about?
Junior.
So how did that come about?
So I met. We wanted to shoot. I dropped Say Less. I wanted to shoot a video. I had a vision for this video. Like I had a crazy vision. I wanted to shoot a block party outside. I wanted there to be fire breathers. I wanted it to be a big like just party outside, like on some like. Everybody dancing, and then like I'm just in the middle, me and a girl, like we're in the middle and we're just having like, you know what I'm saying? All we see is each other. That's what I wrote in the treatment. As I started doing it, I started realizing certain places that I wasn't going to be able to do it or find it at, or be able to actually just do it in Atlanta, or we may have to rent out a whole industrial area to be able to light shit on fire or to do some certain stuff.
Yeah.
And then I met Junior Garcia. I met him. I'll just say Dingo set it up. He met him through someone else, and then you feel me, put it together.
Right.
But Junior was he was also work. So he shoots everything. I ain't gonna lie. He has a whole like production company, so he shoots a bunch of different stuff. But he was working at like festivals and stuff that we were seeing him at. Like he worked at Rolling Loud this past weekend.
Damn.
But he was doing everything, Roots Picnic, and he was just doing a bunch of stuff. But he was like the DP. Like he got on the headset and he's telling 5 people what to do and pull in on this and all that. So he was that guy doing all that. So in the meeting, in the introduction to him, it was kind of like the same thing. Hey, just kind of tell him your idea. See, you know, if you guys can find some common ground on it. And when I met him, I was actually really skeptical because of just I come outrageous when it comes to ideas. And I really don't like when people tell me yes that they can do something like as soon as I tell them that, because I think like I've thought about this for a really long time. So for you to just tell, like, if I'm like, oh yeah, I want to ride an elephant on the beginning of the video, they're like, oh yeah, hell yeah, let's do it. Like, okay, wait,
you feel like you feel like,
all right, where's the elephant coming from? Like, where's that
was too easy.
That was too easy. You're not just telling me yeah to the elephant. But I get it. On their end is, if you're gonna get the elephant, I'm gonna hold the camera. Right. Which is what I understand. I understand that, but it's a little different with Junior and them because we were able to. So we spoke on the phone. I kind of gave him my plan on what I wanted to do. He is from the Dominican Republic, like born and raised. His whole family still lives over there. He lives in Miami now, but his whole family is over in the DR. So I performed in Philly during Roots Picnic weekend. For a Planet Bloom for an event that they had, and Junior was there, and that was the first time that I actually met him in person. I met the whole team. I met him, met Alejandro, met everybody. And when I met them, Alejandro pulled I'm about to go on stage in like 7 minutes. Alejandro like, yo, give me 1 second before you go on stage. He's got a whole treatment and shot list for Say Less. Yeah, and I'm like, this is what I'm talking about. Yeah, now this is what I'm talking about. So that's working, because all I did was I told them my idea. They turned around and they're on here they have to the point where, like, I told them I don't look good with red light behind me, or purple light makes me look shiny, or I don't remember exactly what it was, but it was something of that sort. And like they had all those specifics in there. Yeah. So the point was like, okay, maybe this is doable. So then we talked a little bit further, and he was kind of telling me like, so I'm from there. We talk to the police. I can do this. We can set all this up. Is just tell me what it is that you want to accomplish. So and then I'll see what we can do. Not we can do it. Right. Let me see what we can do. So I had never been out the country. So I'm like, I'm not thinking there's the way that we're going to be able to do that. But he's like, there's no way they're going to let us do that in the States. Like what you want to do, they're not about to let you shut down a whole street. And you're not,
Right.
Hove. Like they're not about to let you do that. Or if they do, it's going to cost you more than what you have.
Yeah.
And true, very true. So we put together the treatment. We talked about it. The team, we flew out to DR for a week, about 8 days or something like that. We shot 4 videos while we were there. So we
Straight
shot
work.
Yeah, we shot Say Less. We shot Maximum. We shot 3 videos. Oh no, we shot 4. We shot Say Less, Maximum, Andrew's Luck, and Massages. Oh, their Massages isn't out yet, but Andrew's Luck is out right now. And when you go and watch all these videos, if you see Massages, then you watch Andrew's Luck, then you watch Say Less, you definitely know that I'm somewhere, but you don't know. It's like, where are they for real? Because nothing looks the same.
Right.
Nothing, it looks the same. We didn't reuse a shot. We literally went all through DR and never went to Punta Cana. We were in Santo Domingo, Casa de Campo the whole time. We never went to like any tourist area at all.
Yeah.
And stayed up because they're from there. So in that process, when we got there, it was we went to the villa. We started shooting as soon as we got there. We got to work, started shooting, and then we talked to the police down there. Well, Junior and them talked to the police. They talked to the police. They shut down the whole like town.
Oh, so they made it happen.
They made everything happen.
Yeah.
They shut down the whole town for like a town block party, but they allowed us to shoot the music video. And like we had literally fire breathers, a bunch of guys pulled up on the motorcycles and stuff. Y'all see it in the video? Like we really shot, like then we went out on a catamaran and shot it out in the middle of the ocean, like shot the rest of the video out there.
Yeah.
And then I think before that we were shooting another, so I may have shot scenes for Maximum going, like we shot scenes for Maximum, went downtown and shot Say Less, like all same day. This is like a process. Like we're shooting this video, going hard doing this. We drive 45 minutes to the town. It's shut. I'm talking about people everywhere. It is pandemonium out here for real. Like people running around. It's food. It's music. It's they got the trucks with the big speakers on the back. Like I'm like, yo, what is going on here? This is crazy. Like, and they all came out here for us.
Right.
Like this is wild. Like, and you can see the behind the scenes of this on Jet Show. We have a show out called The Jet Show. Just enjoy the show. It's on YouTube and Patreon. Episode 3, I believe, is 3 or 4 is when we shot Say Less.
And all of that as an independent artist.
Yeah, for sure. 100% independent. 100%.
That's crazy.
100%. Me and my friends. Like, yeah, we all, yeah. I mean, the ideas are for everyone. I think, again, the execution is the biggest part of this. It's not like I ain't burned down the forest yet, but I done lit 5 fires around this motherfucker for sure. I done lit up a couple of different places to the point where independently, if anything, and what's crazy is they probably won't even, realize till after, like the moves that we've made. Yeah. But like we laid it, at least for like our region. I can't tell you what to do as an independent artist in Texas because you can kind of rap. There's 50 places to rap and never leave Texas. You know what I'm saying? Texas rappers don't even got to leave Texas to do that. Detroit artists don't even got to leave Detroit and to get booked and stuff like that. But like for our region where we at, if I ain't showed you how to be an independent artist, like I don't know what y'all looking at. I showed y'all how to get your friends. You don't got to switch up on nobody. Yeah. You don't have to do that. You just can't bring everyone. But you don't have to switch up on nobody. You don't have to do bad business to get rich.
Right.
You don't. There are things that there are expensive hugs. There are trust transactions. Yeah. But not to the point where you need to mess somebody over to get there. I kind of showed that you and your people can do this. If you believe in the music, y'all have something that you don't even have to have a brand today. People just got to really like you. Yeah. But if you're trying to carry something and take this to the next level, there's 100 ways to do this. And if you don't like my music, then just watch what I did as a person. If you don't like me as a person, watch what I did musically. But you can see it clear as day. We put it here for them to see it. I ain't hid I'm not hiding it, or I'm telling it in the music. Even the bad stuff that has happened. I think that everybody is gonna go through stuff. I'm not encouraging nobody to sleep in a whip to be a rapper. that's where I was willing to take it to do that. I wouldn't do that today. I wouldn't tell somebody else to run with that thing. But if you look up and just study, we've just made plenty of strides. I don't want it just to sound like I'm running off accolades. But we've made strides, and I've looked at the people before me.
Yeah,
I studied the game and what was that, and then we just stuck to what we liked.
yeah,
I didn't change myself. I didn't try to be like anyone. Also, in my music, one of the best things I hear is that I don't sound like anyone.
yeah. You don't.
And I love that. I love, like, I'm not trying to sound like anybody. I make the music that we would want to party to when we go out, or like if we chilling playing the game or playing Call of Duty, whatever, that we would want to cut on.
Yeah.
And if we in the gym, what's a way that we're still playing me? We still haven't gotten off me yet. And we're still, that's the type of music or what I'm pushing for.
And from what I can see is like you've got the business side of it down. Because I feel like a lot of like when it comes to like the music industry, like that's like the piece that a lot of artists don't really look at. But from what it sounds like, you've learned from the L's you've taken, and you've got that piece like down.
I'm a work in progress. I think that I'm learning as I go.
Yeah.
When it comes to business, I don't have it figured out at all. I think that I just I know what I want. I know what I don't want.
Yeah.
I don't know what I want. I just know business wise, I know what I don't. I know what's not happening.
Yeah.
I know what I'm not going for, what we're not gonna do. I've made plenty of bad decisions.
Yeah.
Bad financial decisions. A lot. And a lot of those decisions have been me betting on myself, and it just worked out for me. And when it didn't work out for me, I just grinded a little bit harder.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like that's where it misses. But I've made plenty of bad decisions. And not bad in terms of that. Like I threw my first show, Ladies Love Champagne, in Atlanta. Which is like it's like a traveling party. So I want to go on tour, the Champagne with Champagne tour. But a part of that, I want to throw a party called Ladies Love Champagne that's attached to each one of them. So like not that night, but like the next day, we're throwing a day party.
Yeah.
Ladies Love Champagne. And we threw our first one in Atlanta. Business-wise, we should not have thrown that event at all. There was not because Champagne's not ready or that he couldn't do that. We just had 4 or 5 other things that we could have made a priority before we decided to throw this event.
Yeah.
On the other side of it, as a team, if we didn't throw that event when we threw it, we probably still today wouldn't have thrown our first one.
Yeah.
Which is crazy because, and I agree, like something else would have come up. It would have been something else that would have been the bind that it put me in throwing the event. And this is what I'm trying to teach something about business when I'm saying this, is that I made the wrong decision throwing the event business-wise. I may have been satisfied as an artist doing it because of what came back from it.
Yeah.
But if after the event is over, we talk about this all the time. It's like his main thing he says to me about everything I do. My manager, he says this to me about everything. How you gonna feel afterwards? After it's done? Because we do a bunch of stuff, but I am very keen to, I'm aware. I'm very aware to the point where like, the moment I came off a stage at Rolling Loud, if they weren't fucking with me, I would have been like, yo, that was trash. Like, I'm like that. But it was love, though. It was great. But I'm kind of like that. So everything that we kind of attack is like, how are we going to feel after we do this?
Right.
After the fact. Like, what is it going to be? And when doing the Ladies Love Champagne, as an artist, I was satisfied. And I felt good.
Yeah.
Business-wise, it was the first time I felt like, literally, that maybe you did. I've never felt like you didn't have to do that.
Right.
Until I did that one. And it went amazing though. It was great. We had a great turnout. It wasn't like it went bad. It was just with everything. It was the first time I checked myself as a boss.
Yeah.
When it's the first time where it was like, hey yo, Nah, you can't just do everything you want to do, bro.
Yeah.
One of those. So I think that's constantly a fight, just going back and forth with yourself in business, trying to just establish how far is it that do you want to take it versus what's the climate in right now. Like we got BET coming up. Do I want to throw Ladies Love Champagne before BET? Or would it be, or throw Ladies Love Champagne during BET weekend?
Right.
That would be crazy. You know what I mean? The amount of things that it would take to do that right now isn't something that we're not down to do because we execute. Right. Is that a business thing that we want to do though, to take that time away or energy away? Is where I'm trying to just like find myself in my career.
And I heard you said in another podcast about also when it came to the Trina video, how you're like, I wouldn't have went back and spent as much money as I did or done the things that I did now today.
No, not at all. Just because I was in over my head. I didn't know that these venues you don't have to get a man. Like I lived in Miami. We drove to Homestead, Florida to shoot this video in this big ass house that cost me $7-8 grand for 2 hours, or maybe it was more than 2 hours, but you know what I mean. Yeah. It felt like two. Shit, I went for $7 grand. I should have slept in every room in this motherfucker. But to drive, we drove 2 hours outside of Miami. Number one, there's houses in Miami. There's mansions in Miami. Right. There's locations here that would have loved to have Trina in Champagne shoot a music video. No. So I done found that. I've done stuff. I had to rent a Sprinter to get all the girls out to this place that's 2 hours away or an hour and a half. So now I got to rent a Sprinter to get them there. And then I had to rent another truck to get the equipment because the equipment, we had too much equipment.
Just because you wanted to be 2 hours.
Just because I just don't know. Because I'm just doing shit.
Yep.
Because I got a video with Trina in this house and I'm on mansions. Miami.
Yeah.
I'm at Homestead, Florida. This is beautiful. Let's do it. We got to set the scene. We're there. Trina pulls up in a rose gold Rolls Royce.
Yeah.
Having to drive the same 2 hours and then get there, and she still got to do her thing. She still got to glam and do all of that. Right. And now I got to extend the hours at a time. And the girls, I was only supposed to have them for 3. Like, oh nah, champ, what are we doing? But that was my first time. Yeah. That was my first time doing that.
Yeah.
Which is when I knew I could do it, because it was a lot. Like this is a Chinese fire drill. Like it was crazy. Like it's organized chaos. It's wild in here, but it's like, what is the goal? And the goal, like when it got down to it, we shot that shit and it looked great. He just kept the video.
Yeah.
The video was dope though.
Yeah.
It was super dope. And now knowing what I'm doing, I do believe that me and Jim and I would have grown. Because I remember a time when we were doing stuff where he just wanted to shoot and have somebody else edit it, and we were going to be a factory, and that's what everybody does now.
Right. Yep.
Like we would have been killing the game.
Yeah.
My goal was for me to do my thing. If I decide to sign a deal, I do. But any place that wanted to sign me, if anything, they could contract y'all to shoot all the videos for people on that roster, and they were just going to have to. And you don't have to sign a non-compete. They were just going to have to pay me to use the production company. You can shoot for wherever you want. Has nothing to do with me. Who don't want that? Right. What is going on? And y'all ain't gave me $1. What are we talking about? Fuck them Wendy's 4 for 4s. We ain't talking about that shit no more. But in shooting that video, that kind of would push Say Less. I don't think if I don't shoot the video with Trina the way I do, we never get Say Less.
Yeah.
We never get it. If we don't do... I shot a short film called Turbulence to one of my songs that Jim shot. He still has he has this. It's brilliant.
If you got that video back with Trina today, would you release it?
No.
No?
No, I don't want it.
Why not?
Because he shot it. He shot it. Everything I've done since him has been great. I don't need no negative mojo.
So even if you got all that back, you wouldn't.
Nah, I don't. He doesn't. No. I don't, not to put it out musically. No.
Yeah.
The footage will probably be good, probably just to have for us to go back and look at it and to smile at it and to see like, yo, oh my God, we look so young.
Just enjoy the way.
Yeah, just to enjoy the way of it. Yeah, of course, that would be good. But the saddest, I don't want to put out nothing for him to be somewhere where I don't know where he is, to be like, I shot that. I don't care if he's in Alaska. I don't want him to be able to say he did nothing for me. Go find somebody else and shoot it for him.
Yeah.
So anything that he ever did, I don't, because I'm good. I don't hold any bitterness towards it either, because like that was meant to destroy me.
Yeah.
It was literally meant to destroy me. Even in,
So you feel like it's it was like a personal attack?
If it wasn't, what it could have done would have been a personal attack. I don't know. I don't know. I think that a year, if I hadn't have accomplished maybe like 2 or 3 things that I've recently accomplished, it may have been worth a conversation. Not fixable, but I probably would have been open to at least understand, like, why you do that?
Yeah.
Like, why? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
what's really we couldn't have talked about
was the
this.
motive
Like,
behind
what
it?
was
Like,
really, like, we couldn't figured this out?
Yeah.
Like, in any capacity? Like, and it became this. And the only reason why it's not is because it's like, if he didn't even go on and keep doing this, you didn't even keep doing it. Like, so I'm the battery. I gave the life to whatever that looked like over there, or you would keep going. So no, I'm gonna breathe life back into that. I take any of that footage. And shout out to Trina. We should just do something else. Like, we should just shoot something else. Or I got the song. It's my song. We could reshoot the video. It's still my song.
Right.
We could always redo that. I just don't want to. I don't want that from anybody, honestly. Any of the past stuff, I don't really hold. I don't hold any grudges or anything. But like, I'm at a place now where I believe in quantum leaping. We were talking about this in the whip. Like, I don't think I should wait in line if I don't have to. Like, I don't think, like, I'm not.
Yeah.
We're going in. We're going in.
Yep.
And at the point in my career where I am, it's like, I feel like we threw a party.
Quantum leaping.
Quantum leaping. Yeah. I feel, quantum leaping. I believe in that though.
Yeah.
I believe in, like, why should I have to wait?
Yeah.
Like, not that I feel like if there's people in line to buy something, I don't think that I should cut them.
Right.
That's not what I'm saying.
Yep.
I don't think that if they say we're not letting anybody in, we not the one standing outside.
Right.
No, why not? I think that
Why
don't I deserve that? Why don't I deserve whatever? Well, I deserve to be on Rolling Loud this year. I'm so happy that it happened. But there's tons of artists that probably feel they deserve that.
Yeah.
In reality, did I deserve it? Probably not.
Yeah.
If we're being literal. But based off like quantum leaping,
Yeah.
why the hell not? I done rapped on all these stages with some of these people, and we're bringing a show. We coming to party. Like, this is Jetway.
Yeah.
Like, so I believe, why not me when it comes to anything? Just like, why not us? Like, why can't we be the ones who did that? Which is a part of the problem, I think, when it comes to the support, because sometimes they can't. My boy Kevin, I'm gonna use him as an example because he not gonna mind. He not, because he don't give a fuck. Kevin.
Don't get a lawsuit now.
No, I'm not. No. Me and Kevin to fight before he sue me. That's my boy. I love him. He's not gonna do that. Kevin is a avid, like, we grew up together. We've been friends since we were 10. It's my best friend, literally my best friend. Kevin just recently started listening to my music, like recently, literally. And I remember making a full-on fuss at him about not listening to my music. And actually, I wasn't talking to him. I think I was talking to my mom or my grandpa. I was talking to my grandpa, I think, about them not listening to my music, me being mad about it and all this other stuff. And he was like, if Kevin was in Ohio, or Kevin lives in Tampa, so I'm going to just use it like that. Like, if Kevin was in Tampa, and I have twin sisters. So he was like, if Kevin was in Tampa and your sister was stranded somewhere, would Kevin go pick her up? I said, yeah, absolutely. He was like, if he was back in Ohio and your mom needed him to go do something, would he go do it? He was like, yeah. Like, why wouldn't he? Would. And he presented it like, so you mad because he don't play your music. But everything else that comes with y'all friendship, you're pretty much telling me that is that. And I heard him, and I feel him. And then I gave him this. If Lil Johnny plays baseball or basketball, and Johnny got a basketball game, we're all going to Johnny's basketball game on Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. in hopes that he'll be LeBron James.
Right.
He may score 30 points a game. I'm using Kevin because Kevin's 5'6", 5'7". Let's say Kevin had a basketball game. Kevin scores 30 every game. We're all going to this game. It's Jetway. Kevin's not going to the NBA. He's not. He's 5'6".
Right.
But we all going to be at this game. When I drop a song, that same, everybody showing up to the arena isn't happening in that same capacity. The difference is now is that when we leave the intramural game, we're all going back to just go get some, order a pizza, go to the bar, go do whatever we're going to do.
Right.
When I win the game, we're at Rolling Loud. We at the BET Awards.
Yeah.
And then everybody wants to come. It doesn't work like that.
Right.
And when you put it in that from that perspective, you know what I mean? I think that I had to understand that I wasn't doing this forever. That if I was playing, if I had a football game and Lil Baby had a football game, he would come to my football game.
Right.
I had to understand that. But I also felt like I was competing with the fact of like, I'm not hot enough. That's why they don't want to come. Like, I'm not lit enough, or it's not, because for a while, and using him for example, it wasn't cool to support me for a long time. It just wasn't like a cool thing to do.
Yeah.
And it could be dressed up a bunch of different ways. And then the worst thing somebody could say, he didn't say this to me, but the worst thing somebody could say to you is like, I don't have to post your music, bro. Like, because then you don't have to. And now am I going to be mad because he don't listen to my music? And now is he not my friend? Now I'm in a weird position because now am I not your friend because you don't play my shit? Like,
Right.
now I'm in a bind. So once I was able to figure that out and get through that little tension moment, what I'm not going to be okay with is you can't ignore home runs. We're not doing that, though. We're not doing that. I do need acknowledgement, for sure. And I only need it if I don't need acknowledgement for people that's not running around saying Jetway. There's a lot of people that benefit off of me who I don't see every day. Just because they can say Jetway and they know that you're an extension of me. That it's cool, and I'm allow that because whatever, who cares? Get some pussy. Do your thing. But we're not about to, you know what I'm saying? You're not about to tell me you're not playing my music and you posting, I don't know, Jello ball.
Right.
But you not posting, and I just dropped. What's happening? We're not doing that. We're not doing it. Now, if it's Lil Wayne or something, I'm sorry. All right, cool. Post Lil Wayne. I like Lil Wayne. Post Lil Wayne. But I only really used him because he's somebody. He's not going to be tight about me saying his name. And that's like but that he's not the one. He's not even the only person that's been like a thing with, and not even really the main person. But that was a better way for me to put it into perspective.
And that's a great perspective because it's true. It's like, and I feel like that's why maybe some artists like feel some type of way after they make it. They're like, oh, now you want to support me.
Yeah.
You know, now that, like you said, now that I'm in the, NFL, I'm in the big games,
Now that I made it here is that because it's nobody ever, and it may just be music, but nobody thinks that nobody thinks that. Everybody, I've had it's not really an insult, but one of the funniest things that I get when people come up to me where they be like, well, I just knew you were going to the league. And it's like, well, I didn't, but but it's one of those where it's like, y'all knew that.
Yeah.
When I say I'm gonna win Best New Artist at the Grammys, y'all just be like, okay, well,
Right.
Because y'all can't name the last 5 people who won Best New Artist at the Grammys for real. You just know who you like, and there isn't a world where at the time they could see that there was a group of people in Wisconsin that are waking up in the morning listening to your friend,
Right.
And it's me because, and again, I never rapped in my life. I'm shooting them bail. If I was growing up at rapping and stuff like that and playing ball, I could see maybe it would be a little bit more.
Yeah.
I've never wrote a rap. Never once. So for my friend group then to be like,
Yeah, it was a drastic.
it was, but everyone that you see with me though, the way that we've done it, they've seen me, you know what I'm saying, like them little fires. They have been around like when the music sucked, but I was running up to the DJ booth and he's playing that shit in here.
Yeah.
Like straight up, we going to hole in the wall clubs in Miami Gardens or in Opalaka, going in there, getting them to play the music. And they just like, or how it just keeps happening. They went to sleep one day, woke up, and we was doing a song with Trina. She was sending the verse straight up. I said, I'm gonna do a song with Trina. They said, who could we do a song with? I said, bro, I'm gonna get the Trina feature. Yeah. I literally emailed her manager 50 times in a row. He woke up the next morning at like 6 a.m. and was like, yo, the song better be good.
Right.
It better be good. Like, You are nuts. Like, what's up? We hopped on the phone. I told him what was going on. He got it done. We did it. And
that's what's dope is you're putting in the work. You know, you're putting in the work to get out there and to you put in the work to be where you're at now. You know, and to get them doors open to Rolling Loud. So how'd you get into that? How'd you get into that show?
The work. Honestly, I could probably say the work, popping up a bunch of different places, staying seen, staying in the world's algorithm and not the internet.
Yeah. What was that experience like?
It was unbelievable. Yeah. Unbelievable. It was. You never have things go the way you think they are in your mind, man. It's never what you think it is, yo. It was what I thought it was gonna be. Like, it literally was. Like, at every moment where it could have been like, you not like that, or maybe you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, the I'm happy to be here moment. Like, there was no time for that. Like, we're here.
Yeah.
Like, from the. You know, there's always a moment where you think you're not that. From maybe when you pull up to go park and, you know, Dingle's like, yeah, Champagne937. He got, you know what I'm saying, to go pull in the back thing for them to be like, who? Like, nah, they like, oh, yeah, pass me through. It's like, cool, when it's time for the green room or for it to be something. And it's like, there could possibly be. I've been a lot of places where I felt like I was a lot bigger than the other people that was there and was treated a lot less than. Or I've been places where, and this was the first time, I haven't really been, but this was one of the first times where I've been somewhere where, like, I felt like, yeah, like, you made the right decision. Like, that was a full, I hope for everyone, it was we not crazy.
Right.
That was like my we're not crazy moment.
Yeah.
Like, to watch the performance afterwards, because up there feeling it is cool. I messed up a couple times that I only recognize, because I had some shit that I was trying to do and I fucked it up. But I had something I was trying to do, which we're gonna do it again because because
I watched it and it just looked.
Oh, did it?
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, I'm happy. They probably didn't notice it either. That's what's up. But yeah, I had. Oh man, it was gonna be great too. It was gonna be great. But I think in that process and doing everything is kind of like, you work so hard for moments. I jump on stage. It's like, I've gone someplace to do a festival and they made me go first. They made me go second, and I'm the hottest person on this bill. Or don't nobody, like, who are these people? Or then 4 hours go or 2 hours go by after I've already performed and they not even paying attention to the performer up there, and the crowd is bigger now and all this stuff.
Right.
I always treated those rooms when there was 15 people in there like I was at Rolling Loud.
Yeah.
I always rapped my ass off, bro. I just always gave a show. Like, no matter what, this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go hard. So when I got up there, and we practiced too. We didn't just wing it either. We also practiced. But when I got up there, I felt like my feet were on the ground.
Yeah.
Like, I felt like, oh shit. Like, all right. Like, we can, like, let's do this. And it kind of took me being up there and for there kind of be like a dead silence up there at one point. I remember there was like a dead silence where I felt like awkward, like I wanted to fill the space. And they started like cheering. Like, a dude was like, yeah, Ohio in the building, yeah. And I was just like, oh my, like, yo, we did this.
Right.
Like, we did this. So it was, what'd you say? It was 10,000 steps to take one or some shit. Yeah, it was like 10,000 steps to just move up one up on the totem pole. But I think that it was a collection of everything that we've been through for that to be the thing that happened on stage. That's why I said we could stop. Right? I remember calling him. I said, bro, I ain't gonna lie, I quit. I stopped today. We are legends.
Yeah.
We are legends. I don't know, and I don't, well, I mean, they chat GBT'd it the other day. Ain't nobody else from Ohio, or from Dayton, ever did Rolling Loud. There's definitely been other artists from Ohio who've performed at Rolling Loud, because it's been like 5 or 6, because they looked and it was MGK, Doughboy, a couple people performed. But what I just did up there as an independent artist,
yeah, I was going to say,
there has never been an independent artist. I'm talking about 100% independent, not like no little like subsidiary company or like a thing. Like, When they asked me about the pyro for the stage that we turned down, they talked to my manager, Dingle. When they talked about set time, all this stuff, they talked to my manager, Dingle,
Right.
who was my roommate in college, who was our defensive captain. This is not, no, we all started doing this at the same time.
Yeah.
This isn't like, now granted, because I do want to be clear about something. There are always, nobody got here on their own, though. There is still, there are still people in my life who are cemented in where I've been able to take it as an independent artist. Whether that was belief in me, whether that was dropping my name in a room that it may not supposed to be in,
Right.
or maybe that's financially for this or that. But I think I don't want that to go unsaid. Like I just rolled out of bed one day and just did this. Like, nah, it has been a grind, but there's also people that have helped me along this road who are in high places, but they're not in music.
Right.
And that's the point that I'm trying to drive home still, though. Like, musically can't be fucked with. This has never been done before. And it has been done before, but
Right.
I'm just saying, not where we're from.
Yeah.
Not here.
And I liked one of the things you said earlier. You said, I don't know where I'm going. No, how was it? You said it. You said, I know what I don't want.
Yeah. Like, I don't know what I'm doing, but I know where I'm going.
Yes. And also that you don't, you know exactly what you don't want. And I think that's so powerful, especially for independent artists, because you don't know. Sometimes, you know, when you're in all this shit, you're like, okay, like, I don't know what I want. I don't know what I don't want. I just want to go forward. But sometimes not realizing you could get a setback, you know, take a big L because you're like, oh shit. Like,
because you just don't even know.
Exactly.
Where it's like, I know I want to, when I drop a project, for it to be for it to go top 10 or be number 1 on Apple Music.
right.
I know that I want that. What it's gonna take to get that done? Laundry list of things that I don't have a clue. Where I've gotten further of doing things at is that if there's 10 things that it's gonna take to have the number 1 song on there, I'm definitely doing 4 of them.
Yeah.
Maybe 6. Maybe. I'm gonna put myself below the 5. I'm definitely gonna find out the 4 things that can happen right there. If there's other things that come into place that's here or whatever that I have no control over, I may not be able to find that. But where I'll be at doing the 4 is a lot further a lot of times than where people get just saying they want to do it.
Right. Exactly.
And I think that's what's helped me a lot. And not knowing exactly, knowing I don't want to owe a label a bunch of money. I don't want to, I don't need an advance to fund my life. I need you to market and like, I want marketing and branding. I don't want an advance to buy nothing. I don't need to buy shit. But we can pay for that. I don't need nobody to do that. I don't need to buy a new whip or. That's just not that's not been our plight when it comes to things. I know that I want creative control. I want to keep creative control. I know that I also can't ask for a certain dollar amount and keep all the creative control.
Right.
So there is some give and take, but there's also, I mean, I could also keep my own autonomy and still give up some creative control.
What's the biggest mistake independent artists make?
Biggest mistake they make, not dropping music, not believing in yourself. Not believing in yourself. Not dropping.
Yeah.
Drop. That's a mistake I made. I made that mistake. They've been on my head. They've literally been on my head. they were clowning me. My friends, my friends were clowning me. Like, boy, you got 15 minutes of music out. I can't even get down the street, whatever, before it's over. So I would say drop your music. Drop your music back to know what you want. You said, what mistake do they make?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't answer your question. They don't drop. They don't drop their music. Yeah, I didn't. I was about to say something else. They don't drop music. And just stay believing in yourself.
Now I want to talk a little bit about the vision for you, right? You seem to know exactly where you want to go. Where do you see, what do you want Jetway to become?
I want Jetway to be one of the biggest record labels in the game, with the biggest artists in the game, independently. I want that, but I want Jetway to be something that everyone feels like they are a part of. I want men, women, children, elderly. I want Jetway to be something that, like I said, it was like YOLO.
Yeah.
Well, it's like, you know what, Jetway, bro. Like when it happens, it's just like, yo, Jetway. If you about to jump out of a plane, Jetway, like just enjoy. Like I want Jetway to be something that is more than just a slogan. I want it to be something that we created that we'll remember for forever. And it has so many different avenues. I just wanted it to be us as an organization, as a brand, to be something that just changed the world, honestly, in whatever way that looks like, in whatever avenue it is. Or at Jetway, we gave, and this is things that people don't talk about. We gave an internship to students seeking their master's in marketing analytics at Wright State University. They came and worked for Jetway for their final project to get their master's. They had to present that they worked for Jetway for their final project. We went to the school. We went up there and watched them present their final project to their professor.
Yeah. And
that was their grade. I had to tell their professor whether or not they did what they were supposed to do for to get their master's, yo.
That's cool. That's cool as hell.
So Jetway is but we also in Dayton partnered with some pizza places and fed all the football teams in the city the day before their game. So it's not, and that's not, I don't really even look at that like on a, as philanthropy. It was kind of just like a thing where it's our community. Yeah. You know what I mean? And it doesn't have to just be that community is my point. Is like just because I'm from there. A goal of ours to put on every highway in America or in the world for real. No matter what you're doing today, just enjoy the way. Literally. When people fly into a new airport, I wanted that to be the billboard that's up like, hey, no matter what you're doing today, just enjoy the way. Jetway. Like, so that's the plan.
What do you want kids from Dayton to see when they look at your story?
I want them to see that tragedy isn't an excuse to be an asshole. That everybody loses people, loses things. You the master of your own destiny. It doesn't have to be rap music. It doesn't have to be anything, but don't let, I want them to see me and see someone who didn't let the circumstances or his environment stop him from dreaming, living, and becoming who it is that I want to be. I think we put a lot of roadblocks in for ourselves, just whether that's because we lost somebody. Like I've lost more than most people, and a lot of people probably wouldn't even be able to tell just off the regular meet me. My friends know, like you feel me. My friends know what's up, but like I would, if anything, I would want to be the poster child for that. Not even being a rapper, not even being successful. Just like you don't. It's all right. It's all right. Like, you know what I mean? It can work out. You're not what you lost. And it does actually get better. It does. It does. Like it does.
Is that what you want people to say Champagne937 represented?
Yeah. And I don't want them to say he took it there. I want to say he took it there. Like he did everything he said he was gonna do. Yeah, he did it, and I want them to be truthful about it. I want everyone, like when they look at me, I want them to be true about whether if you hated me, why, and if you loved me, why.
Yeah,
and both of those answers are going to be the same. And if it's success based, and if it's somebody young was watching this, I guess I'm not even driving home anything entertainment based. It's so much life out here that will stop you from doing stuff that, like, it's just not an excuse, and nobody is gonna care, like, at all. Yeah. Like, I miss my dad all the time. Oh my God, all the time. He has Dingle has a son, and I watch how he is with his son all the time. And it makes me so emotional sometimes because I'm like, yo, number one, I'm so happy that he's such a great dad, but it's like everything that, like, I either remember doing with my dad or wish that, like, oh my God, I wish that, like, there was just another day that he just picked me up from school or something like that. But with all that being said, that's not an excuse to just be like, I don't want to do shit today though.
Right.
Because I'm so, like, nah, that shit don't work. Don't nobody care. And if I decide to just feel like that forever, there is no Rolling Loud. Like, it does not happen.
Right.
It just literally does not happen. You don't, and I'm not saying it doesn't happen because I'm not out rapping. I don't even think that that's the case because I feel like because of what happened to me, I probably just, the world. Like, it's not, that ain't real, bro. You just pussy. Everything ain't anxiety and depression. Sometimes niggas just soft. Straight up.
I like that. We might have to make that a short.
Clip it up. Everything like ain't anxiety and depression. Sometimes you niggas just pussy. Straight up.
So what's in store for us? 2026. What are we? What's in store for us?
Better music, better videos.
Better. The videos are already fire.
Yeah, better. I'm coming bigger and better. I want to. I kind of want to branch Jetway off into like a network. That's kind of what I'm looking for. I have some shows that I kind of want to produce on this. Some that I'm in and some that I'm not also a part of. So like the Jet Show would be a show that's on the network. I just recently did a episode of Champagne with Champagne. It's a podcast that we started with my grandfather. He was my first guest. It was amazing. It was actually great. Actually, my first 1 million views I've ever gotten was talking to my grandpa. So
that's crazy.
That's dope. Yeah, he was the first black guard to ever play at the University of Louisville. Point guard.
I actually started watching that. Yeah, I started watching it. I didn't finish it, but I'm gonna finish it.
Well, yeah, that's something else that will be on there. And then we have just like a couple other ideas about just like shows and just things that we wanted to branch out to in terms of production or just like I said, just little stuff, just stuff that we want to do. So I think visual wise, making it better, that's kind of what I mean. I have an idea for a short film that I want to shoot that's kind of tied to my project. I want to see what that looks like, where I kind of wanted to, I wanted to do it where there's really no dialogue, but the music just kind of tells the whole thing throughout. Dope idea. My project, I'm dropping a project called The Aviator. And The Aviator in this, because I don't care if somebody steal it, they're not going to do it the way I do it. The Aviator is going to be kind of like The Equalizer. But I'm treating it like the movie Catch Me If You Can with Leonardo. Yeah. So I'm like, I'm leaving like my trading card, like the Aviator. I'm going around just kind of causing havoc and just kind of doing some stuff, and I'm being chased by these, but they're trying to catch me. And it's just like, throughout this process though, you'll see what I'm running from. Like who's chasing, the symbolism behind what's chasing me and why they're chasing me and whether they do or don't it's the Aviator. It kind of just it's a good initial start for what we were gonna do. That changed a lot because that wasn't the name of the project at first. We had to pivot a little bit, but
What about an album?
An album is definitely coming. It's on the way. It's definitely, I mean, it's been in the works for a while. I feel like you go your whole life once you start rapping to make your first project. I am dropping an album. I got to kind of get this tape out first. Just to see. I've never given them a body of work ever. Yeah. So I kind of just want to see what that looks like. what that looks like, and what a collection of music from me even sounds like before we get that far.
Yeah.
Because I've never done it. I've literally never have. But I do have some ideas for a project. Album titles, we have a couple, man. I'm ready for the album already.
Do you see yourself like kind of like diving into different like genres
Of music?
Yeah.
I have a very like eclectic taste when it comes to music. So I would love to be in a space where I feel like I could freely create like that. I don't think right now I'm there because I just found I'm just now connecting with my fan base to a point where this is what, like, okay, they like it. They like me now to the point where I don't want to necessarily do, I'm not saying I don't want to, because I mean, I feel like the song I have a song with Jazzy Faye. That we did out that I did in Atlanta, which is very different from anything that I've ever made. But it's a banger though. Like they love it. They play it all the time. I just haven't listened to it in a while. But it's very different. So I'm down to jump into different genres or just make different types of music. I think right now I'm still focusing on harnessing my sound. I want to say finding it, but just like harnessing what a Champagne project looks like, sounds like. R&B is in it. It's definitely. I also want to make music like I like obnoxiously sing in the shower. So I kind of want to make music like that too, though. I want to make songs that like I'm singing, but people could sing. But it's like I can't like sing, but I can hold a note to the point where I want to make a song where it's like, he's singing. Like I have a song called "Blended" that I love. I love this song, and I'm singing my heart out. I am, I can't wait. I'm ready for y'all to hear that. That's a good one. That's a good song. So stuff like that.
Is there any last message you'd like to tell independent artists coming up? Any artists coming up that they could learn from you? Any tips? Any motivational? Or even to kids, that look up to you.
Artists, I'll say this to everybody. If you can't be a pine on the side of the hill, be a little shrub in the valley. But be the best little shrub on the side of the reel. If you can't be a tree, be a bush. If you can't be the highway, just be a trail. If you can't be the sun, be a star. Because success isn't defined by whether you win or you fail, but by being the best at whatever you are.
There it is, everybody. Champagne937.
The big jet.
The Jetway. And where can we find your music?
You can find me everywhere, Champagne937. Everywhere. We're about to drop. Things are going rolling loud. We just came off of that. I hope everybody sees that. Hope you're excited for new music. I'm excited to give it to you guys. Thank you for this. This was great.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. And I wish you a lot of success. Honestly, a lot more success.
Thank you.
More success.
Thank you. Ohio, we so up.
Oh, yeah. Ohio's coming up.
And I'm in Toledo right now. I know everybody be acting like I don't never be at home. I'm in Ohio right now. OH.
Thank you, brother.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Thank you.